Hi, I'm Betsy Pence, and I wanted to share with you my Make-A-Wish story. In 2006, my 14-year-old son was diagnosed with a malignant brain tumor. Needless to say, it's an awful lot to take in a short period of time. Within 2 days, he had surgery, followed by 6 weeks of intensive radiation. While we were in the hospital, the child life specialist told us about Make-A-Wish. In 2006, the only thing I knew about the Make-A-Wish Foundation was that it was a foundation set up to grant the wishes of dying children. And I told them, thanks for the info, but my child is not going to die, and I'm really not interested in Make-A-Wish. So fast forward about 5 months. We were through the surgery, through the radiation. Justin's cancer was gone as far as we knew. And I was having my own personal nervous breakdown and started thinking, you know, maybe a really nice vacation would be a very good thing for our family. So I contacted the child life specialist from the hospital and told her we might be interested in talking to somebody about Make-A-Wish. One of the counselors came out to the house, met with us, talked to Justin about what kinds of things he was interested in, what his wish might be, and came up with a trip based around a swim with the dolphins trip. So in April of 2007, our family, including my older son and my sister-in-law, who was very close with Justin, took a trip to the Florida Keys, Key Largo to be specific, and so Justin could swim with the dolphins. So I was nominated for the 2015 Wish Society, and I immediately started contacting friends and family, telling them what I was doing, and I was trying to raise money for Make-A-Wish. Well, I came up with this grand scheme one day. I'm a very enthusiastic craft beer drinker, as is my husband. And we have a connection in Santa Rosa, California at the Russian River Brewing Company, who makes a very famous IPA called Pliny the Elder. It's very rare and everybody has heard of it. And I said to Jim, I wonder if I could do a raffle. If I could get our friend from California to send us 6 bottles of Pliny the Elder, and I could sell raffle tickets for $5 each. And my little slogan on my raffle tickets was, win a Pliny, grant a wish. He said, well, I think that sounds great, but I think you might want to run that past Jessica. So I called Jessica and asked her if we could meet for a beer to discuss my idea for a fundraiser. So when I was telling her this, she said, I think that sounds great. In fact, let me call my husband Justin, because Justin loves craft beer, and we'll see what he thinks of it. So Jessica called Justin, and Justin showed up over at the restaurant where we were talking to see what I had in mind for this fundraiser. So he thought it was a great idea, and he said, you know, I have a friend, his name is Mark, and he runs a group called the Beer Exchange. And Mark is really good with social media, and he knows all sorts of people in the beer industry locally, the craft beer industry. I bet he might be able to help you too. So I got together with Mark the next week, and Mark, doing what Mark does so well, took my little idea of raffling off these 6 bottles of Pliny the Elder and ran with it. And it turned into this big fundraising event where we raised over $7,000 last year and hope to more than double that this year to help these really deserving kids here in our backyard, because I can attest personally how important it is for a family who has been through such a stressful time with their child, not knowing if they're going to live or die, to know that there's a way to kind of escape that for just a little while. And just so you know that there can be happy endings to really scary and tragic stories. Justin is now 24 years old. He's 10 years cancer-free. He's graduated from college, and yes, he has a job, which is great. So there are happy endings to even really scary, tragic things. So that's my story.